A new era began in Hungary in 1989. Trabants and ladders, standing at Hegyeshalom, the border between Hungary and Austria, with the Garage fridge on the top of each car, became the iconic symbol of the change in the political regime. The change affected all fields of life. Even May Day was not the same. Free commerce could start. Not even the borders could keep out the companies and culture in the West. In these changing times, the first international market research company of Hungary was established with 7 employees. There was a need to measure the market, as Western brands appeared soon. It took only minutes for us to learn how chocolate functions as a remote controller. It took some years until marketing services were established. The new companies and media agencies settled down. The first Boulevard Daily was released, which represented the new means of communication. In parallel with this, the research of consumers and their habits has begun. There was a need for that because at the beginning of the 90s, yearly 2,500 brands appeared in the country. Increasing spending on ads made it necessary to research advertisements. In the second half of the 90s, new doors have opened up in the field of market research. At first, with the appearance of pharmaceutical companies, then connected also to the boom in the telecommunications business. By this time, market research became a part of corporate practice. Exploration of financial attitudes is only one example of many. Due to the retail research, the consumer raised to the focus. It's the year 1996, when the first shopping centres and malls appeared. Retail industry has come to the focus. With this, a new research area opened. People tended slowly to prefer shopping centres and malls offering also entertainment and hypermarkets with huge supply and assortments. The era of commercial TV channels began in 1997, giving another boost to the advertising industry. It does matter who was reached by each message, thus, further research was needed. The eye tracker does not lie. The development of science brought a new revolution. New devices gave the answer for the old questions like who, what, when, for how much, and how many times, and of course, why. At the dawn of online research, the industry was at its peak. The presence of the Hungarian market research industry kept strengthening the international environment. In 2010, the sector has been hit by the financial crisis. Until that moment, the industry was not affected by the financial containments. Later, firms reduced the amount of money spent on this too. Difficult years have come. Renewal is the key of the future. Consumer comes to the focus again, but in a completely different way. The big question is how brands will find masses of consumers again. This is the reason why it is important to find working middle class, which was thought to be lost. But what is the future? Providing a complete picture of the rapidly changing internet market, and to get a complete knowledge of a consumer in his or her overall complexity. In 10 years' time, we will end up with a situation that companies working in different sectors will share their data with the researchers in order to know everything about people. We will be able to know how the residents of a street or a house block behave, what is their choice, how they spend. Individuals will be able to buy personalized data. Super networks will be created, which will provide data from all fields of life. By 2040, we will end up with knowing how and what a newborn will purchase at a later age. Market research will reach out to the world. We will have comprehensive information of everything.